Hey there and welcome. I'm Kat and my co-host is Luis, and we'll be walking you through today's session on Bravo's mobile apps. Whether you're at the counter, on the sales floor, or juggling a little bit of everything, these apps are designed to help you stay efficient, connected, and in control of your day. Let's jump in and take a look how MobilePawn, Baya, and Shopkeeper work together to make that happen. So here's what we're going to cover today. We'll start with what the Bravo apps actually are and why they matter, just to give you the big picture. Then we'll dive into MobilePawn and Baya. Those are going to be your customer-facing apps and what they do. After that, we'll spend some time on Shopkeeper, which is an app just for you and your team. And finally, we'll share a few tips and real-world best practices that stores are using to get the most out of all three. So let's start with a quick look at Bravo's mobile apps because each one is designed with a specific purpose to support your store's success. Bravo offers three mobile apps. We have MobilePawn, Baya, and Shopkeeper. MobilePawn and Baya are both customer-facing apps. They let your customers shop your inventory, make payments, and stay connected with your store, all from their phone. The only real difference is that MobilePawn supports loans, so it's great for stores that offer lending services, whereas Baya is perfect for stores that don't do loans but still want to offer mobile shopping and payment options. Now, to accept payments through either one of those apps, your store needs to be set up with Fortis or PayPal as a payment processor. And last but not least, there's Shopkeeper. This one's just for your teams. It gives your employees the ability to scan items, approve transactions, chat with your customers, and manage different workflows right from the sales floor. So now that we've met the apps, let's talk about how they actually work together. With MobilePawn and Baya, your customers can make loan and layaway payments, get payment reminders and notifications from you, find out how much their item is worth to start a transaction with you, and even chat directly with your store. But what happens on your end? That's where Shopkeeper comes in. When a customer sends in a chat or asks what something's worth, those actions funnel straight into Shopkeeper. Your team gets notified in real time and can respond, approve offers, and even turn hot leads into new loans. Now, it's important to know that you can absolutely use MobilePawn or Baya without Shopkeeper, but certain features like chat or remote quoting won't function without it. That's because those actions need someone on your team to receive and respond to them. So while each app can stand alone, together they create a full circle experience, one that keeps customers connected and keeps your teams moving forward. When stores use MobilePawn, their numbers tell a clear story. MobilePawn users processed over 30,000 more transactions than non-users. That alone shows how much more customers are engaged when they can connect with your store through their phone. Even more impressive, loan balances actually increased by 160,000, while stores without the app saw theirs drop by 100 grand. That's nearly $260,000 difference just by offering customers an easier way to renew and make their payments. On top of that, MobilePawn stores sold nearly 5,000 more items in store, meaning more foot traffic and faster moving inventory. And here's one I really love. Up to 50% of monthly payments are collected automatically through the app. That's steady revenue coming in with less work for you and your team. The other stats are just as strong. More layaways, more service charge income, more redemptions, and MobilePawn isn't just convenient. This is our true revenue driver. So the goal of this section is going to be how to invite users to MobilePawn or Baya and give you a quick overview of your customer's experience. So you can invite customers to use MobilePawn or Baya from just about anywhere in Bravo that you see a customer. Now, keep in mind that when you do either a new loan or a new layaway, Bravo will automatically send invites to customers when they perform those transactions. Those invites are totally free from Bravo. Where manual invites actually come to play is when your customers reach out to you specifically. Maybe they're calling in to find out about how much they owe on their loan or their layaway. So as we are heading into their profile here and checking on their active loans or layaways, we can just start queuing up some points like, hey, here's how much is owed for your account. But while I'm in here, I'm going to send you an invitation to our mobile app. This way you can check your loan balances and even make your payments straight from your phone. So this little icon is where you can send out those invites. The only thing you'd have to kind of keep an eye out for is to see if the profile is marked as DNT, which stands for Do Not Text. If it's marked for there, you won't be able to send any invites out to your customer. So let's take a look and see if we've received our invite from MobilePawn. All right, here's our invite right here with a handy dandy link to download the app. So let's start talking about customer experience. So from our home screen, we can log directly into MobilePawn, and this is what your customers actually see and what they can actually do with the app. Up top, the first two buttons we have here are going to be My Pawns and My Layaways. This is where they can go and see all of their active layaways, chat in with the store, make payments on it, and even check on their layaways as well. The next one we have here is shopping. With shopping, they can go through Baya and basically negotiate on different inventory that's on there. They can add it to their cart to simply buy it now, or they can even add it to their wish list where they can set a maximum price that they're willing to pay for this particular item. And the cool thing about it is that anything that matches this particular description will flag and say, hey, your item is available once it hits that max price for you. The next thing we have on our home screen is My Offers. So anytime you make a negotiation on something on Baya, it's going to land in your offers. And here is where you can take a look at what's been accepted and will be shipped out to you, or what has been denied that the store didn't accept your offer on. We have what it's worth. And the cool thing about this is it allows you to basically start a transaction from anywhere. So let's say I'm at work and I know I need a few $100s because I have an unexpected bill that came to my mail. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get $250 for my ring. So I am selling a diamond ring. I need $250. The category is going to be for jewelry. And I'm going to go ahead and describe what my item is. A solitaire diamond ring, 1 carat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And these are all the stores that I have attached to my MobilePawn that I can do business with. Right now, I'm closest to my Bravo stores, my Bravo test store, so I'm going to send it to them for a quote. Now, this quote will be sent over to our Shopkeeper app, which we'll see a little bit later. The next thing we have on our main screen is going to be payment order history. Now, when we click on that, this is going to be everything that you've made payments on. So all of your loans, all of your layaways, as well as anything that you've purchased through your mobile app. Now down here at the bottom, we have a handful of other menu options. The one that looks like a little home button will bring you back to the home page from any screen you're at. The little shopping bag is going to open up your Baya. Your profile icon just shows the profile that you're in. And the cool thing about this is that if your customer shows you their little profile icon from Baya when they're in store, you can scan that barcode directly into Bravo and it will automatically pull that customer up to do a transaction from them or for them. We have the little chat button down here at the bottom. So now this chat button opens up general chats just by clicking the plus button, or it will store all of the other chats that have come directly from either your pawns or your layaways to chat in about a specific item. Last but not least, we have the little bell icon, and this is going to be all of your notifications received directly from Bravo. Up top, we have our hamburger menu. So when we click on that, a side menu expands. We have Store Finder, which will allow you to either enter in a specific zip code or use your current location to see all of the stores that are using MobilePawn within your general area. MobilePawn now also supports consignments, so you can see all of your open consignments with the current status so that you know when to go and pick up your portion of the commission, or letting you know that, hey, your contract's expired. It's time for you to go back and pick your item back up. The hamburger menu also has the wish list for you. So showing all of the items that you said, I'm really interested in, here's the max price I want to pay with all the matched items that roll up with that max amount. We have pawn shops, which are all of the different stores that you do business with. So you can swap between different pawn shops that you like going to. And last but not least, we have the Help Center with all of our frequently asked questions. So now customers will have a handful of questions periodically. And some of the things that you can do to help navigate those questions are going to be, one of them would be like, hey, how do I get the app? So first and foremost, if they got an invitation directly from you, that link will open up to where they can download the app. If you are using either Apple or an Android phone, they can get that app directly from Apple App Store or from Google Play. Every now and then your customer might run into an issue with them being locked out of their account. So if we head into a customer profile, you can unblock their account simply by heading into their profile, navigating to the right side menu, and you'll see a link to unblock their web or mobile account. Now, for notifications, if your customer says, hey, you know what, I'm not getting any reminders, it could potentially be a phone setting. So at that point, have them head into their settings and check to see if their app is set to receive allowed notifications. So right here, allow notifications. Now, if for some reason you get stuck and you just don't know where to go with some of the troubleshooting for your customer, they can always head directly into their MobilePawn. In that help center, scroll all the way down, and they can request help from a Bravo team member. It's pretty much just how opening a help desk ticket for you works, but for your customers. So the next thing we are going to head into is going to be going direct into Shopkeeper. Now, Shopkeeper is your in-store app, and it's meant to help boost in-store speed and task management. So let's dive directly into Shopkeeper. So we're going to click on our Shopkeeper mobile app. And the very first button we have on here is Scan. So with Scan, this feature basically becomes your sales floor workstation. You can scan or type in a barcode. Oops, let's see, search. And it will pull up your item here with all of the item details and more. And since this doesn't have an actual photo of our ring, we are going to hit our camera so we can take a photo and update that item. All right, and here is our newly received photo. Down at the bottom, you do have those same menu options so that you can easily navigate through Shopkeeper simply by clicking the buttons at the bottom. So we're going to head back to our home screen where we're going to look at relocate. Now, if you're moving things around in your store, maybe re-merchandising your sales floor or reorganizing your back room, this is going to be the tool for you. So we are going to go through and we're going to start scanning our barcodes. It's going to add all of those items into our queue here so that we can move them all at once. So once we scan them in, we're going to click select location. We're going to move their home location, done, and relocate. Now, the greatest thing about this is it's quick, accurate, saves a ton of time, especially since with Bravo's point of sale, it doesn't offer that bulk relocate option. In Bravo, you have to go in and update that location one item by one item. So this really helps re-merchandising and reorganizing super fast and super simple. Okay, let's head back to the home page. We have our buy loan quote option next. And as you can see, just like our task manager in Bravo, we do have little notification bubbles that just indicate something new is there. So the buy loan quote tool in Shopkeeper syncs up with the what's it's worth in MobilePawn or Baya. So here's how it works. Earlier, our customer sent in a request for a loan. So in Shopkeeper, we have that new item here where we can basically go through and negotiate by sending different messages back and forth to the customer. We can accept the offer, or we can go ahead and deny the request altogether. These can all be done before your customer even walks in. So once we go ahead and click accept for the customer is going to receive notification on their side. So let's head back into their MobilePawn. And we are going to check out our items. And right here, it shows, congratulations, your item has been accepted. And when we click on this item, it gives us a little barcode and tells you where to go to get that loan done. Now, here is the kicker. By you doing the work up front and through the app, this makes completing it in Bravo super simple. So your customer walks in, they show you that they got their approval. You're going to take and scan the barcode directly into the Smart Search. And it's going to pull that customer with that item that they're trying to sell you. The only thing we'd have to do is quickly run it through the estimator just to input a few of the information that we need for that particular item. Okay. So we ran it through the estimator. Once we click next, a brand new loan has been received into our store from that hot lead from our customer. The next thing we have on our Shopkeeper app is going to be that chat function that syncs directly up with Baya and MobilePawn. So right down at the bottom, Here, we have the chat button, and it lets us know, hey, we have 5 new chats coming in from our customers. So when we open this up, we can see that a handful of them are going to be linked directly to a particular ticket number. Some are going to be just general chat. So clicking on them, you'll be able to chat in with your customer about their question or about their item. Next up, we have approvals. So our customer wants to do a $1,900 loan on some jewelry. And when we click next, our employee doesn't have enough of a limit to do that loan. So there's 2 ways that we can handle this. One, if you have somebody in store who can approve this, they can always just enter their credentials and click approve. But if that person is maybe on lunch or, had to run to the bank real quick, at that point, instead of missing out on such a big loan or opportunity, we can simply click that mobile approval, select the person who we are sending that mobile approval to, enter the note, and it will automatically hit our Bravo Shopkeeper, where we can go and take a look at the particular transaction. So you're not missing out on any vital portions of your workday. This gives owners and managers real visibility without having to be on site for every single transaction. We're going to enter our notes here, and we're going to say approved. Our code is going to be, there we go. Once we click approve, it's going to automatically talk to Bravo, giving us the approval code and everything, and this will be stored in our general exceptions report. Let's head back to that home screen. We also have the ability to connect your Reporting Pro direct from Shopkeeper. So if Bravo Reporting Pro is part of your lineup, you simply click on it, enter your credentials, and it gives you access to 70 plus reports right from your phone. No need to log into a computer. You simply just open Shopkeeper, check your numbers anytime, anywhere. It's reporting made easy wherever the day takes you. This 4473 option down here at the bottom is pretty much just like a marketing thing, request a demo if E4473 is not part of your product lineup. So similarly to MobilePawn, we do have some additional options up in the left-hand corner with the hamburger menu. So we're going to expand that out. You'll see some of the existing buttons you see on your home page, but the one I wanted to highlight is going to be Change Store. So if you're part of a multi-store operation and you share employees between locations, the Change Store option under the hamburger menu is a great tool. It lets your team switch between store profiles so they can use Shopkeeper no matter which location they're working from. So let's head back into our PowerPoint. So last but not least, we want to hook you up, of course, with some tips for success that we've gathered from stores that are already using our apps. So one of the biggest keys to success is that it's not just about sending the invite. It's how you introduce it. You don't need a script. You just make it part of your regular conversation with customers. So as you're helping someone at the counter, you might say something like, hey, I'm going to send you an invite to our mobile app. It makes things way easier for you because you'll be able to see all of your loans and layaways. You'll know exactly when they're due, and you can even make payments from anywhere. Or if somebody calls into your store asking when their loan is due, just work it into the conversation naturally. Like, hey, while I have your info pulled up, I'm going to go ahead and send you an invite to our app also. That way, you'll have access to your loans and payments right at your fingertips for next time. It's a simple, helpful way to add value to your store without sounding like a sales pitch to your customer. The next tip for success is we have stores that have chosen to set up a dedicated store use device for Shopkeeper. This is a great way to make sure that everyone has access to it, whether they're on the sales floor, in the back room, or just not using it on their personal device. Just as a reminder, this is a great way to get quality looking photos from anywhere in your store while also being able to stay connected with your customers. Next, one thing that's worked really well for a lot of stores is picking a point person for the day. That way, someone's always keeping an eye on the chats or incoming quotes or even incoming offers from your buyer. Without it, you could potentially like fall through the cracks by not answering messages or missing out on those hot leads. So it's a really simple way of staying on top of things without adding a bunch of extra steps for everyone. And finally, don't forget that there's a real person on the other side of the app. So every so often, you might get some wild offers or wild quotes, like someone looking for $600 or $700 for an Xbox One S. Just treat them like how you would if that person was right in front of you. Hey, man, I'd really love to give you the money. In fact, I have the money to give to you. I just would need more from you. We pay top dollar on gold. We pay top dollar for guns or any other high demand stuff for your store. So bring in what you've got, because the ultimate goal here is to keep that conversation going and turn those leads into new loans. This is going to add to your loan balance and ultimately increase your revenue moving forward. All right, so that is all we have for some tips for success. We just want to reach out to the group here and open it up to see if you have any questions coming in from the crowd. So I'm going to check in with Luis. Luis, do we have any questions coming in?
Right now, we don't have any questions.
So that is all we have today. Thank you so much for your time. We do host webinars every Wednesday and Thursday. So be sure to check the registration page and sign up for future webinars. We will be happy to see you there. Have a great day.